Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan and this is Auto Detour. In today's upload we're going to be testing the 0 to 60 time on all three of my vehicles. So as most of you may be aware, I did have a subscriber send me a V-Box. And if you don't know what a V-Box is, it is a performance meter that is GPS driven that we can stick in each one of the cars so that we can measure performance things like 0 to 60, 0 to 100, quarter mile times, things like that. And today we're going to be doing 0 to 60 and we're going to start with the truck. It's not all fun and games. I do have a reason for testing at least the truck and the S8. The Armada is my wife's car and we'll do that one just for fun and just for curiosity's sake, just to see how fast it is. But the reasoning behind doing the truck is I need to get a baseline, and if you follow the channel you'll know that I am doing a turbo build on the truck. And there's no sense in doing the build and then not having a baseline to measure performance gains off of. So we're going to be doing the truck first to see how fast the F150 does 0 to 60. So it is a 2003 F150, the last year of the 10th gen body style. It is a 5.4 liter. It does have the tow package, so it has the 373 gears in the rear end. So that's going to help us with some torque. This is the last year they did the 2 valve before they switched to the 3 valve in the 2004 F150. So we're going to jump in that one and see how that one does. My wife's car is a 2008 Nissan Armada with a 5.6 liter V8. That one's our daily driver. If I didn't mention about the truck has about 106,000 miles on it. So relatively low for its age. The Armada just turned 120,000 miles. Definitely a really torquey motor in that one, so it'll be interesting to see which one's faster between the Armada and the truck. I believe the Armada is heavier, but it has more power. Moving on, the one everyone on the channel wants to see is my 2007 Audi S8. So if you are new to my channel, the S8 has the Lamborghini derived V10 in it, pushing out 450 horsepower. When the S8 was new, it did 0 to 60 anywhere between 4.9 and 5.3 seconds, depending on which magazine article you read. But so we'll see how fast that one does it. The S8 does have 84,000 miles on it. Some important things to note about that one is I do not have any record of it ever having carbon cleaning, so we'll see if that has much effect on the performance numbers today. Temperature outside, it is about 10 degrees right now, so definitely cold weather, make good power. Hopefully I don't have any issues with cold tires making traction in the truck, especially because with no weight over the rear tires. But that's enough rambling from me. Let's go ahead and hop in the truck and see how she does. Back in 2003, the 5.4 liter Triton V8 in the F150 cranked out 260 horsepower and 350 foot-pounds of torque. Definitely not going to be neck-breaking speeds here, but definitely give us a great baseline to go off of for when we turbocharge the truck. A lot of room for improvement on those kind of numbers. So anyway, we're just cruising out here, getting the truck a little bit warmed up. As far as the drivetrain, I had all the cars running in the driveway, so we're not doing runs on cold cars, but let's see how the old grandpa truck does on getting it done on 0 to 60. Before we start here, I do want to mention I'm going to be doing 3 runs on each car so that we get a fair measurement of the 0 to 60 time, and also gives me a little chance to mess up a couple of times. So alright, so here's run number 1 for the F-150. Alright, so that run was 9.2 seconds. It was under 10, so pretty happy about that. Okay, and run number 2 for the F-150. Oh, there we go. Got 9.4 that time. Here we go, and one last time. 9.3. And just out of curiosity's sake, we're going to do one more run in four-wheel drive, see what happens. .7, so definitely not better on that one. Well guys, I think that's the best we're gonna do for the old grandpa truck here, so I'm pretty happy with how it did. Getting 9.3 seconds, that's honestly better than I thought I was gonna do. And apparently he's still got a little pep in his step, because we had a little tire spin off the line a couple times there, so that was pretty cool. So let's head back to the house. We're gonna grab the Armada and we'll see how the old blue school bus does for us. So we're headed out in the Armada now, and like I mentioned before, this is a 2008 Nissan Armada. It is a full-size SUV, kind of in the same market as the Ford Expedition, the Chevy Tahoe, GMC Yukon, kind of that range, although this is significantly less popular than those. I feel like it is a better built car. It's tows miles better than the Tahoe we ever did. We had a 2007 Tahoe. So kind of the same age range as well. It has the 5.6 liter V8 in it, and it's pumping out 317 horsepower and 385 foot-pounds of torque, which is significantly more than the truck. So I'm expecting better numbers as far as 0 to 60 goes, and also we have more weight over the rear wheels, so I'm expecting a little better traction from the get-go. With that being said, this is the highest mileage car that we're testing today at just over 120,000 miles. And also it is full of kids stuff. So granted, there's car seat in the back, probably a stroller in the back, maybe some groceries, but hey, this is a real world test. Let's see how it does. So while I'm sitting here waiting for the V-Box to connect to the satellites, I did want to mention that the Armada weighs about 5,300 pounds and has a full tank of gas, which is about 24 gallons, I believe, whereas the truck only weighs only about 4,600 pounds, and it only had about a quarter tank of gas. So with that being said, I do think the Armada still is going to have a faster time, just based upon the fact that, one, we have much more traction over the rear wheels, but more importantly, it has those higher horsepower, and I think that much higher torque number is going to give us the quicker 0 to 60 time. So let's go find out. Here's run number 1, 2008 Nissan Armada, 23 degrees out. And we have 7.4. That was pretty good. I heard a lot of crap fly around in the back, so hopefully it's all settled now for run number 2. So here's run number 2, and like I mentioned before, the Armada has really good engine noise, so listen for that on this second run here. It's 7.2 seconds that time. Getting faster again. And last run here. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And 7.3. Okay, I think that's the best we're gonna do on the Armada. So yeah, let's head back to the house and grab the S8. So now the one you guys have all been waiting for is my 2007 Audi S8. It is 450 horsepower, 398 foot-pounds of torque, has the Lamborghini sourced V10 in it, all-wheel drive quattro system, of course. The one big question mark here is I have no documentation showing whether this car has ever been carbon cleaned or not. So that will probably show in the numbers here, but let's hop in the S8 and let her rip. So today's a big day for the S8. Not only do we get to find out how fast it is, but it also happens to be the very first day that it is no longer covered under its extended warranty. So, if you guys wouldn't mind, please say a quick prayer for my wallet. And in all seriousness, not that I wasn't serious about that, I guess, but surprisingly, the S8 has a very similar fuel capacity to the truck and the Armada. The fuel capacity on the S8 is 23.8 gallons, which is quite a bit of gas in a sedan. I do have just a hair under half a tank, so take that into consideration for the weight. The curb weight on the S8 also is just under 4,600 pounds. I think it weighs in at 4538 or 4583 or something like that. So still pretty heavy car, but I'm really excited to see what kind of numbers it puts out. All right, here's the moment we've all been waiting for. This is run number 1, 2007 Audi S8, 24 degrees outside. In 3, 2, 1. That was 6 seconds flat. A little hesitation off the line there. I'm not sure if it was something I was doing, so let's head into run number 2 here. All right, run number 2. Got 5.9, a little bit faster. All right, and run number 3. 5.5, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That was a good one. The launch felt good on that one. I'm not sure really what I did differently. What I'm fighting here is I'm kind of holding the brake a little bit and giving it a little gas. And the computer system doesn't like that. So it cuts back the throttle when I try to do gas and brake at the same time. So I'm trying to give it just enough brake to hold it back and not trigger the V-Box to go. But also give it enough gas that I get as hard a launch as possible. So I'm fighting that a little bit here. That was the best one I felt yet. I mean, this thing just takes off out of the hole like crazy because it's all-wheel drive, of course, and first gear is actually pretty short. So yeah, 5.5. I'm real happy with that. Let me see if I can snap a picture of that. So 5.5 on run number 3 there. Pretty excited about that. So clearly I have to do one more run, see if I can improve on that, but I kind of don't think so, but we'll give it a shot. All right, run number 4. $5.3. Yes. I feel like I'm finally getting this launch figured out. I think that's the biggest thing I've been fighting here. All right, one more time on the long straight here. $5.3 again. All right, we're gonna call it good there before I, break something. But yeah, really excited about those numbers. That's awesome. Right in the ballpark of where it should be stock. So still doesn't answer my question whether this car's been carbon cleaned or not. But yeah, really happy with those numbers. And of course, I tried to do it on the flattest roads possible. Of course, we have a lot of those here in Minnesota, but didn't want to have any downhill advantage, of course. But yeah, that road was super flat, super straight, and now it's 25 degrees out. Perfect power making weather. If you can't tell,
I'm really excited with that. So let's head back to the house. I got a little something special I want to show to you guys in regards to going forward with keeping track of the performance times using the V-Box.
Well, there you have it. Those are the 0 to 60 times on the 3 vehicles that I owned. Again, to recap, we had a very underwhelming 9.3 seconds on the F150. We had a pretty surprising 7.3 seconds given the size and weight of the vehicle for the Armada. And then a really exciting 5.3 second 0 to 60 on the S8, which I am super proud of, given that that is basically one of the posted numbers for the 0 to 60 for a brand new S8 back in 2007. So I will leave it up to you guys to decide, because I sure don't know whether that S8 has been carbon cleaned or not. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. But like I said, I want to announce that I'm going to be doing a leaderboard in the garage. So of course I'm going to add these 3 to the leaderboard as far as 0 to 60 times, and maybe at some point we'll do quarter-mile times as well. I just don't have a good road for doing that. If you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, I did do a little contest, so guess the 0 to 60 times on these before the video is posted. So a lot of fun there. So make sure you follow me on Instagram so you can get in on kind of the fun things that I post ahead of time before I post my videos. So I'll put my Instagram on the screen. It's at Detour, just like the YouTube channel. Also, if you guys are interested in getting on my leaderboard, I am open to getting whoever and whatever car I can on that leaderboard, just to have fun content to show you guys. So if you're interested in getting on that leaderboard or having me do a review on your car, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram. It's time for me to go inside. It's still only like 24 degrees out here, so it is freezing. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon. Hit that like button to help the channel grow. And again, I really appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you next time.